Hi, you digging me? What's going on? How are you? Welcome to the chat. I think it's time to put out the 20 signs of being bitter after breakups. We're going to go through 20 obvious signs so that people can understand why they are having this trauma of bitterness and continue to tell themselves that they're not. I've been lazy today too, y'all. I've been lazy. I'm guilty. Lazy, lazy, lazy. I didn't feel too good this morning, but I shook that bug off. Now I'm up. I slept most of the day. I got my Santa Claus up. I did that outside. And then I'm like, I'm just tired, I think. So I've been sleeping. I've been chilling today. Oh, so other than that, I'm good. I am good, but I brought y'all here. Hope everybody get the notifications. If not, let's share to your female acquaintances out in the community. Yeah. Yeah. So I know it got quiet out here, but I think for the conclusion of the bitterness section, the bitterness part of people's lives after breakups, that we can conclude it with these 20 signs. We do the 20 signs. Hi, Ashley. Hey, y'all come on in the chat. Hit the like button. I should have went down, but I'm not going to even be here that long. I'm really not. I'm waiting on Coda Bear to come in this house, too. So I want to share a story with y'all about her being bullied. I think it's under control. But baby, auntie, yeah, I had to visit the school again. But I got all the information that I need for these two girls who are in a lesbian relationship at 17 years old. But so I think I discussed that with y'all once before. Yeah, like these two little girls, y'all, they pushing me. They pushing me, you know. But hopefully after the meeting up at the school on Friday, that they going to start walking past mine. Because I keep trying to listen. I keep telling y'all messing with the wrong one. The wrong one. I'm going, girl, perspective. Baby, so I'm giving the school some chance. Hey, I got one more time because it's been going on for 2 years now. Got one more time to deal with this. Because other than that, it's time. It's going to be that time. It's going to be that time for that. So, I talked to Coda today. She called me from school and she says, nope, nobody said nothing to me. They walked right past her. So they better keep that energy, y'all. They better keep that energy because I so bad want to be 17 again. Y'all just don't know. Like, y'all messing with the wrong chick. Y'all messing with the wrong one. But then at 17, you know how they feel like, "Oh, you don't want you to come up to the school. Mom, I can handle this. I can do this." Then I'm tired of hearing about it. So, no, I'm going to handle it. But I think she just don't be wanting me to show up. She's like, I got this. I got this. They ain't going to put no hands on me. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to make sure that they don't. Because they're going to have to come on 2 years. 2 years it's been going on for 2 years, honey. All in and out the class, saying things to her, this or that. They, just the boy girl in the relationship, she's the one with the vehicle. So if Coda is going over to the basketball games or out and at the gym training, for her track, building the muscles and stuff, and they there. They just coming in and out. If she's at the football games, they pulling up over there, scurrying off and shit. Cause I be on my way. I be on my way, girl. But, whoo, I'ma catch 'em. I'ma tell you that perspective. I'm catching because these two girls, and I told y'all the story. One of them stayed here for just a little bit because her mother is a nurse. She's a traveling nurse. Okay, and so I don't know where she lives now, where she stays. However, I got an address. I got all that stuff prepared. Phone number that I got. Who is sorry? This number does not accept calls at this time. I'm like, what the fuck? So, but yeah, I'm on it, honey. But I found an article. It's pretty cool, right? And as we know, there's been a lot of back and forth about he's and she's and thems and theys, right? All this buffale ass breakup relationship shit, right? On the internet. Stuff that I just do not do. It would never ever cross my mind to actually ever be in a internet relationship. And let me give you my reasons before we go into this article. It's because I know whether if I'm living on Mars or not, that a man can tell you anything that they want to. And that's that appeasing stage, that could come from either the man or the woman. It's whichever wants to make that first move, right? So we went through the whole thing with me trying to lay out to you guys that none of those conversations of that particular beginning of how relationships start off never ever happened. Never ever happened. So most of you guys got to sit around or chose to sit around and watch me endure in a lot of my laughter about it because I knew it wasn't true. And yeah, he knew it wasn't true, but let alone, I'm okay, well, let's play chess. So yes, you start watching the game of a bunch of craziness out here. So a whole year, as I keep saying, I sat back, I did outbursts, I sat back, laughed, came forward, did some outbursts because there were some things that, oh, I was dead smack serious on shut that shit down. It sucks. It really, really, let me tell y'all the sucky part about it is when you really think that you can come across people that is genuine and associated kind of way to grow that way. Communicating, right? So that part of it, I think, is what infuriated me the most out of this whole 2 year of shit, right? So, but you live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. So that was probably the only thing that annoyed me the most. Hey, Miss Brown, the most. you know. And they say, sometimes it don't pay to think, but this one here, I really wish I would have paid, myself to really think a little bit harder on this. But when you starting out something new, you think that you're gaining something new as far as dealing with a circle of being sociable with people, you know. Will I ever probably go down that road and have another experience or something of meeting new people? Hell yeah. That shit don't scare me. That shit don't scare me because I already know, as a grown woman, what signs and things to look for so that you don't get caught up in the mousetrap. It's basically like that game. It's basically like that game, like that whole rat. What's the name of that game? Is it rat mousetrap or something like that? Something like that. Thanks, Miss Brown, for showing up, sweetheart. Thank you so much. So, I just sat back, just like all of you guys did. All of everybody sat back. And I was thinking a little bit today when I woke up briefly so that I can pop in. I got rated R's notification, so I always got, I choose to pop in hit his like button, then I dozed back off and just now waking back up here a little bit. But as I did that, I was just sitting here thinking, because this stuff will, it'll keep running across your mind here and there about, especially when you listen to particular lives about it, right? And I mean, I just laughs my ass off because you'll have, the fish where she's constantly regurgitating things at other people on something that you like, you fell for that shit. You fell for that shit. The shit didn't play out probably to her expectations. And all you hear is just bitterness, bitterness. Now, this is where I'm from. This is what we call, no matter how bitter you are. Because there's a name for everything that you do. Every action that you develop a different character about you. So it's like, this a bitter bitch ass woman. This is a bitter bitch ass woman because once you become grown, and you realize what you're getting yourself into, that's the first element of this shit. You have to realize what you are getting yourself into. What am I getting myself into? Am I ready for this? Meaning that there's going to be some odds and evens to every situation that you choose to encounter. So once you make that decision, make yourself well aware, developing that thought of what is the percentile of where this may go, where it may not go. Then you have to adjust, readjust, all that shit. You have to do all that shit when it comes down to this, right? But I'm hearing this regurgitated shit about what he didn't say it or so and so about you. It doesn't theoretically make the man the venom. It doesn't make him have the venom. It doesn't. It makes you look stupid. It makes you look stupid. It makes you tear down your loyalty. It makes you tear down your integrity, not to anybody else, but to yourself. Because you just opened up a whole door of other people now to judge who you are. A bitch ass bitch. That's just how I see it. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because you're so mad. And this is for the men too, because we get so mad. We got to blurt out what the person then secretly told you in your ear. That's the most redundant, crazy shit. But it's also one of the easiest tool to use to satisfy some of your bitterness. That's how we know how to get back to satisfy what you're going through. You feel so much better once you release it. A lot of people feel better when they do that shit. I don't understand why it's done that way. I get it that we get angry, but to me, the most satisfying thing that you can do for yourself is to just walk away with your peace and your sanity and regroup and then start over in another one. That one may not be the best or the right one. It is just a repetitive part of the life cycle that is thrown out here at us, right? Shit crazy as hell. I was listening to some of this shit here, right? And I know I have to listen to it. But here's the first sign, knowing so that, to be recognized, because there's nothing wrong with my IQ. A man out here in the internet would not know that just because of how I would click a live button and come live and have a little laughter to what I regurgitate out here or display or none, unless they actually have been around me physically. You have to be around me in order to know that. You literally have to be around me, not judge me off of no damn internet. No. Okay, I'll readjust that later. But the thing is for another person to accept what someone is alleged to tell you about a person that they never met, and then you regurgitate. That is the most redundant ass shit ever. Ever. Sign of bitterness too. But there's 20 obvious signs that your ex is still bitter after breaking up with you. A lot of these articles I kind of, don't like, but I read this one here and I was like, okay, this sounds feasible, right? It says breaking up is hard to do. While some parties manage to go on with their daily lives, some continue to be stuck in the past. With all the memories, good and bad, it's understandable that you want to remain on good terms with your ex. Sadly, this can be hard if your former flame does not feel as friendly. More often than not, it's largely because your ex is still disgruntled with the breakup. Ooh. So before you try and make amends, you should let me read you these 20 signs that your ex is still bitter. It's normal to feel bitter after breaking up. Why this happens, however, is due to several reasons. According to this breakup by the coach Natalie Juarez, it's often due to victim mentality. Well, she conducted an interview, and so she explained to these people who feel that they were wrong because of this. Many exes eventually become embittered. In bad breakups, this resentment often comes from the other party's betrayal. Well, if your ex cheated on you or betrayed you, you can't help but feel angry towards the person. What's going on, Shannon Love? What's going on, Ash? There, y'all. Okay, let me finish reading this. So, some exes, on the other hand, feel that their previous partners didn't try that hard to savage the relationship. This imbalance, where one person becomes more invested in the other, can lead to the bitterness of the overgiver. Now that you know the reason why your ex feels bitter, you need to be on the lookout for these outward signs. Number one, your ex doesn't want to communicate with you. Uh, what the hell is my child texting me? It's normal to want some space after a breakup, but if your ex refuses to communicate with you, even if it's already been a few months, maybe even a year, then it may be a sign that he or she is bitter about what happened. The usual sign is your ex hesitancy to talk to you, even if you try to extend the olive branch yourself. This avoid is not limited to calls, though. Your ex may try to avoid you on all communication channels: SMS, email, social media, and should you successfully manage to break through, this person might just leave your message on seen or maybe even unread. That said, your bitter ex needs some time away from you to heal. You can help him or her. Do so by giving that much needed space. Number two, your ex keeps on asking about you. One of the best ways to get over the breakup is to just keep your distance from your former lover. This is why many ex goes for sign number one, which is to avoid total communication. Now, I couldn't help but to see a title out there saying some shit about, oh, don't go quiet now, motherfucker. Some bitter exes, however, would just try to keep on asking about you, mentioning about you, talking about the other 20, 50 niggas in the air as if you were sitting there listening to it. Well, that's not on there, but it sounded pretty good. Your ex may ask your friends, your family, who you're dating, just like he was asked when he was out here on the line. Well, are you dating? Or what's going on with you and Pap? What you've been up to, or where you're doing this or that. Why are you doing this or that? The reason for this is simple. Former partners want to know how their exes are doing. Are you miserable like them? Then good. Both of you are equal footing. 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 I said footing. If not, say you're genuinely happy. Then this ex may use this knowledge to turn your world upside down. How, you ask? For one, this person may try to make your life difficult. Never moves on. Not ready to move on. Just gonna keep talking about you and them other 50,000 exes over there. For example, your ex might deliberately forget to return the things that you've asked. Your former partner may even badmouth you. Ooh, bitch ass nigga. I done heard that about maybe about 50 times. Bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga. You or even asked your friends to choose. I believe that was done on that panel as well. Basically, your ex may end up doing the things you stated below. What number three says, what advice specific to your situations? Well, this article explores the main reason why your ex is still bitter. It can be helpful to speak to a relationship coach about y'all's situation with a professional relationship coach. Now, keep in mind, because she's only like a cat liar. So you shouldn't be coming out here with no goddamn professional relationship coaching. You failed to receive a degree in that area. You got 20 degrees in the other area, but you ain't mentioned that one. And Lord beholds, if you come on this goddamn radio horn tomorrow talking about you do and you got the papers, I just might burn this damn phone up. I kid you not. With a professional relationship coach, you can get advice specific to your life and your experiences. Get a relationship hero. It's a site where highly trained relationship coaches help people through complicated and difficult love situations, like whether you should try to get back with your ex. They're a very popular resource for people facing this sort of challenge. How do she know? Well, she reached out to a relationship hero a few months ago, and when I was going through a tough patch in my own relationship after being lost in my thoughts for so long, they gave me a unique insight into the dynamics of my relationship and how to get it back on track. I was blown away by how kind, empathetic, and genuinely helpful my coach was. Well, in just a few minutes, you can connect with a certified relationship coach and get a tailor made advice for your situation. I would drop the link in there so that you can quickly get started on it, but frankly, I don't give a fuck. That's not in there. Number four says, your ex is trying to make your life difficult. As previously mentioned, a bitter ex is often vengeful. Your former lover will try to make your life a living hell. Remember, this person feels that you deserve the things that you did to him or her. Say that you're still living with your ex and you're running in late for work. This individual may deliberately lose the keys to your car, just like she says that your downfall will be her demise. She's going to get you by any means necessary. any chance she can get. And how does she do it? Well, I'm telling you, she throws 50 X's up in your face all damn day. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm afraid you need to take the bus or the train. In case you don't live with each other, exes may refuse to return their partner's important belongings if they haven't destroyed them yet. Waiting to exhale. Yeah, she burnt all his shit up. Your driver's license. I'm sure you can line up in a DMV for 5 hours to get a replacement. Number five, or your ex might be making his or her own life difficult. See, a bitter ex is often out for revenge, but instead of directly affecting the person, some may want their former abuse to feel guilty instead. I know that's right. Some people do this by deliberately making their own lives difficult. They may end up doing harmful vices, such as alcohol or drugs or a bunch of pills. The reason behind doing so is quite simple. Well, alcohol can impair memory, according to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. What they wouldn't give to you to forget you, even just for one night. Mm, mm. Well, drugs, on the other hand, can make people feel euphoric, albeit briefly, yes. Happy days are here again. Drugs can also impair memory and decision making. Mm. I suspect there was some bad decision making around here. Apart from taking their minds off heartbreak, such vices can essentially make their partners feel bad about this downward spiral. Number six, your ex is trying hard to make you jealous with them goddamn 50 X's over there. Psychologically, experts define bitterness as a chronic and pervasive state of smoldering resentment. They're pretty much one of the most destructive emotions, and as such, comes with a high emotional toll. I am not on Queens. According to these experts, bitterness can make one vengeful. Unsurprisingly, many exes take this revenge by trying to make their ex partners jealous. And in this effort to make you jealous and bitter just like them, exes may try to post pictures or videos with a new partner. Yes, I've moved on, reveal in it. Exaggerate how happy he or she is. I don't need you to be happy. I'm all smiles. Sounds familiar? Chat box. Wear revealing clothing. Sorry, boo. You just missed your chance. Show off new friends. Well, we've heard several phone calls through her discovery. I'm having a better life without you. If you're feeling game, there's an easy way to make them insanely jealous in return. Try sending them this, a jealousy text. I think it was a great idea that we decided to start dating other people, but I do just want to be friends now. By saying you're telling him that you're actually dating other people right now, well, that's a good thing. You're communicating to him that you're wanted by other people. We're all attracted to those who are wanted by others. They all say I'm beautiful. They all wanted me. I ain't never had to run to them niggas. Them niggas wanted me. By saying that you're dating already, you're pretty much saying it's your loss. After sending this text, they'll feel much better, more attracted, more, yeah, to you because a fear of loss will be triggered. I learned about this text from this guy named Brad. Okay, y'all, my daughter, that's my daughter trying to reach me. I learned about this. Where was I? No matter what your situation is or how badly you've messed up since the two of you broke up, you'll be able to apply his tips immediately to get them back. 7, your ex speaks ill of you. Ooh, child, and that it was in that other life. Let me tell you, an ex who's over you won't speak badly of you. A bitter paramour, on the other hand, will habitually talk smack behind your back. Psychologically, bad mouthing can let a person down. It can also create an uneasy environment along the way. Oh, yes, my ex doesn't do well in the bedroom. The bad mouther, your ex, as a result, ends up feeling empowered after a while. This gives her the ability to influence how things go. Hey, Louisa, this can get pretty bad if you share common friends. Oh, child, and I believe that it might be one or two common friends floating around. hmm Your ex remarks may even draw your friends or office mates away. You may end up isolated, which is what your former partner might have felt when you all broke up. Number 8, your ex is passive aggressive when it comes to you. Say you ask your ex to return your important work stuff and this person agrees, but when it's time for you to get your belongings, your ex says that he or she is out of the country for 2 months. And yes, she brought those keys, those house keys with her. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I'll send you a message as soon as I get back. But then you then repeat your request, which is usually met with a positive response. But then your ex partner backs out, often intentionally at the last minute. If your ex is just contradicting everything she says, then this is a sign of passive aggressiveness. Uh, Indirectly expressing negative feelings instead of addressing them openly. While this is the opposite scenario of an ex trying to make your life difficult, it's still a sign of bitterness. So, for some people, passive aggressiveness is a way to blame other people. In your ex case, this may be her way to say that it's all your fault. Number 9, your ex keeps on telling you that he or she is over you. So your ex tells you that he or she is over you. Sure, big deal. You've moved on too. You're dating somebody else, so far so good. If your ex, however, keeps on emphasizing this fact over and over and over and over again, it's a sign of bitterness. In most cases, it's the way for people to convince themselves that they are indeed okay. After all, psychologically shows that by persuading others, you can eventually convince yourself. Oh, child, although that this is a red flag, this self persuasion may help your ex let go of the bitterness she feels eventually. As an old Aesop, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. That's a new AESOP, Aesop, Aesop. I'm going to try that on the Scrabble board too. Saying goes, persuasion is more effective than force. Just let your ex rant about being over you. Later on, she will eventually find this mantra to be true. Number 10, your ex has turned your families and friends against you, as if bad mouthing you personally is not enough. Your bitter ex may try to rally family and friends against you. A resentful ex will try to pull out all the stops just to hurt you. She might even fabricate stories for 2 years just to turn everyone against you. Your sibling cheated on me with the workmate example. Do you know that your friend had an affair with his employee? Will just lie, lie, and lie. The goal here is to isolate you, make you miserable. That way, you'll feel what your ex felt when you got up and left. Number 11. Your ex is making your friends choose. The psychological, the psychology of choice shows that having a lot of choices can be overwhelming. I love Scrabble now, Shannon. Don't get Scramble, and then I'm gonna friend you. I'm pretty good with Scrabble. I miss Scrabble. I said Scramble. Don't listen. You don't want to play me with Scrabble. For the most part, the way this is to make the person choose. We're almost done. The former couples with bad blood, however, this can be a stuck on that word, this disastrous event. I can't even say the damn word and I know the word. Bitter exes will want common friends to choose. It's either them or you. While this is good for business, it can be detrimental for you emotionally. Your former partner is basically telling them that they can either hang out with him or her or you. Some may even guilt these people into choosing them. Remember, I was the one who introduced you to the ex. Just like turning your loved ones against you, this tactic is all about isolating you and making you feel miserable. Number 12, your ex has returned all of the belongings. We're going to skip that one. Number 13, worse, your ex has destroyed all of your belongings. We're going to skip that because we don't believe any of that happened. Number 14, your ex has deliberately left the things at your place. We need to skip that one too. Does not apply in this instinct here. We got to find another. Your ex is doing things she initially despised. Maybe you tried to convince your ex to go hiking, but no matter what, how hard you tried. Okay, that's a crazy one too. Yeah. Okay, Toya and Regina. Oh, here's a good one. Number 16. Your ex picks on your new partner. Even if you have parted with your ex amicably, this person may continue to feel bitter, especially if you found somebody else. And to show her disdain, your ex may end up criticizing your new partner. Psychology points it to be an easy form of ego defense after all. Your new boyfriend looks scary. I thought you liked tall guys. He's just a 5.7 midget. These criticisms stems from the fact that your ex sees your new partner as a form of insult. Now that you have a new bill, your former partner suddenly feels devalued. So if this person tells your partner is ugly, uneducated, or unlike your ex, just shrub it off, it's it's this person's way to defend this ego. Your ex will eventually come into grips with this pettiness soon. Child. The rest of them just do, oh, yeah, they just does not apply. I holler, y'all. I got to go and do something for my daughter. So that was just a little quick 20, well, we didn't do 20, 15, I want to say. Obvious signs your ex is still bitter after breaking up with you. I'll see y'all tomorrow night for some fun on the channel. Shannon, have a good night at work. Miss Brown, you have a good night. And Louisa. And Perspective Me, everybody else that came in. Have a good night. Hey, boo. Yeah, I gotta go see what wrong with Nisha.